Grandma and Grandpa have everything they need, right? Well, the best gifts then should be sentimental. And who better to tug at their heartstrings than their grandkids? So family fun expert Donna Bozzo is here, also known as the lady with the alligator purse. And she has some great ideas with items that are already laying around your house. So this is sort of like recycling.
Yes, they call it upcycling.
Upcycling.
Yes.
I like that.
So making what you already have even better.
Yeah, because I think it's a fun way to teach kids that things can be repurposed.
Absolutely. And if you want to make gifts and you don't want to make that expensive trip to the craft store, you know, where you're buying everything you need, look around your house because you can make some fantastic things with things you already own.
I love that. Let's start with the plates and your idea about that.
So these are recipe plates. So, you know, these would be fantastic decorative plates in a grandma's kitchen. Write out the recipe, maybe even have the kids decorate the edges with their fingerprints, make messages, you know, best cookies ever, that kind of thing. You can really get creative.
Yeah, that's cute. And
really simple.
Yeah, and you have like a meatloaf or a cookie recipe, maybe their favorite pie recipe or something like that, and then decorate it is a great idea.
Yeah, sure. Real simple Sharpie markers or, you know, paint pens work nicely for this too.
Okay, and then you can even get one of those little holders so that the plate can stand up.
Sure.
Somewhere. That's a great idea. And what about with old Scrabble pieces?
Well, you know, Scrabble pieces, okay, how fun is this? So make a picture frame describing mom or grandpa or dad. I've seen people do this with box frames too, with the glass over. You can make it deep, or you can just do it with whatever you have around the house. Even the holders that the Scrabble pieces come in.
Yeah,
simple and easy,
cute.
and what, you know, grandpa wouldn't want that on their desk.
I love that. You have dad and awesome there as that example, and the one that you have here, it's like love, mom. Oh, I like that one too. That's
so
cute
you can get very clever, very clever. My godchildren made these, but it's fun for the kids too, because that's the key of this. You know, they're in the treasure hunt with you. They're trying to figure out what you have around the house that you can make, and you know, then you're spending time together, which is you know, the true gift. You know.
What about your idea to kind of keep the pitter patter alive, because you know they grow out of that toddler stage so fast, and to keep them young, you talk about using recycled rain boots as great planters.
I say, you know, those little tiny boots you don't want to give up, those little rubber boots, you know, why not put a plant in there? You know, let the kids grow their own plant by seeds, you know, buy some seeds and some dirt, or even, you know, make your own little planter with pictures. This can be clever. I just filled an old flower pot with rice. You can use beans, you could use marbles, and anything to stick the pictures on. You know, you could use a pencil, or old chopsticks.
Oh yeah,
or dowel
old
rods.
Chopsticks. That's a great idea.
You know, and this can be changed up and let the kids decorate the pot with lace, you know, extra lace or ribbon or paints that you might have around the house.
Fun. This idea cracks me up. This is an apron that's made with old ties, because everybody wants to get rid of old ties, or they kind of bring in some new ones, so they feel like they have to get rid of the old. So I should hold this up.
So what dad doesn't have a bunch of old ties, or grandpa, or even, I don't have boys, but little boys. And kids remember going to church with grandpa and dad and the ties they wear. So what a nice way to keep, you know, almost create a family heirloom with something that, you know, you would probably toss away after a while anyways. So it can be really simple. Children could sew, you know, your pre-sewers can help sew, or you can even use stapler and staple them together, or safety pins,
because they don't show, and you just did that on the back, which makes it a lot more simple. If you don't
so
have
it depends
a
on what level they're at. But if they're learning to sew, what a great way to spend the afternoon together making a gift for grandma.
I think that's fun. And right here, what I love about this is everybody, especially if you have girls, you have old bows or just package ribbon around, and you can make these little coffee holders, you know, to keep your hands from getting hurt when you have hot coffee.
Yeah, the coffee holders are hot now. I mean, they're really popular right now, and I don't know about you, but my teenage girls won't wear those little hair bows anymore.
No,
and you know, you hate to throw them away.
Yeah.
And what a great way to remember, you know, a very special time.
I love that. What about the pictures and the way that you did this? Because I think this is a fun idea, kind of a memory keepsake right here.
If you're like us, it seems like we're always in a remodeling project. You have old tiles laying around, or even if you just grab a couple at the Home Depot. This is a nice coaster. You can cut a picture and put it on a coaster, and then cover it with felt. And you can always layer this with an epoxy, you know, cover, you know, like a gloss coat. You can find it at a craft store if you want to keep it even longer.
I think that's fun. That's a great way to use them. And here you have a bag. You can use paints on a tote bag.
Sure, fabric paints. Sure, any old bag can turn into a gift bag. So why buy a new gift bag when, you know, my daughter made this for my mom, and she carried this for years. I mean, it was her bag that she took to work with her. And it started out as a gift bag that we put like her Christmas presents in.
That's fun. And this this book, does this give you ideas for different crafts?
I was going to say, go everywhere for ideas. You know, you can Google it. Pinterest has great ideas, but just look around the house. Look for books, but look around the house and find out, you know, find things that you want to hold on to and find a different use for it and spend some time together.
Well, and I remember once, it reminds me of the people who have old T-shirts, you know, from kids playing soccer or football or basketball or baseball or choir concerts or whatever your kids are interested in. And some people make quilts out of them, but I've also heard about people making pillows. I think we talked about that before, making pillows out of old T-shirts. I mean, and that's another example of keeping something around but finding a different use for it.
I love that. I love that. Or, you know, an old, you know, I took the train from my wedding dress and I had a christening dress made for my goddaughter. You know, there's things that you can do with the items you want to hold on to, but you're really never going to use again.
I love it. Great stuff, Donna. Thank you so much. And for more ideas about upcycling or to find out more about the Lady with the Alligator Purse, you can go to theladywiththealligatorpurse.com. Always great to have you, Donna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.